If you need to winterize your dirt bike and you only want to spend 5 minutes or less, I want to show you my proven process that has worked for me over the years, because we usually have a lot of bikes that we use for training new riders, and the winters here can get really cold, 20 below Fahrenheit, and they can last up to 6 months. So this quick method works if you're storing your bike for 1 month or up to 6 months. And the first thing that I like to do is make sure that there is no old gas in here. So if you're not sure when the last time you rode it, just give it a nice whiff. Make sure it smells fresh. If it smells old, like paint varnish, then you probably want to drain it out. But if you know it has fresh gas in it, you just rode it, then I like to top it off or fill it up with some non-oxygenated fuel that has no ethanol. The important thing is not having any ethanol in your gas, because when there's ethanol in the gas, the ethanol absorbs moisture a lot more, and it'll break down the gas and dirty up the filter in there. It can clog up the carb or the fuel injection if it's fuel injected. So using a gas that has zero ethanol in it will be stable for a lot longer than regular pump gas. And this is why I don't even use stable or seafoam, any type of stabilizer, because I don't remember the last time I've had a problem with just using gas with no ethanol in it for 6 months of storage, and I don't need to clean carbs after that. And the next thing, if you have a dirt bike with a battery, is making sure that the battery stays charged. So you can either unhook it and pull it out, or what I like to use is a automatic battery charger or a battery tender, and this just keeps it fully charged, because the cold weather can drain on the battery, or maybe if you leave a key on, or if there's some other electrical problem that's draining the battery, and then you go to start it or try to start it in the spring and you get a and it doesn't start. So just make sure that you get the correct battery tender for the battery that you're using. This one can work with lead acid, which is the most common, or lithium, which is what this bike has, but I don't have one of those clips yet. So you just plug it in, and then you can click select. This one is lead acid that I'm plugging it into. Then you just plug it into this little clip in that is connected to the battery terminals. Then you'll see that flashing green, you know that it's charging, and this will keep the battery topped off or 100% over the winter without overcharging it. And my last tip, which is a bonus one, which I like to do, especially if you haven't ridden your bike for a few weeks, is start it up and ride it, because one of the hardest things on your dirt bike is letting it sit, whether it's the gas or the oil or just everything. If it just sits, things start to break down, they start to corrode, they start to seize and tighten up. So when you start your bike up, you give it a few minutes to warm up, you go for a nice ride, 5-10 minutes, get the bike fully hot, go wide open, go through all the gears. This will kind of clean out, flush out any dirty junk that's in the carb, in the engine, so that you have the best chance of your bike starting the first time in the spring, because it also reduces the storage time if it's been a few weeks or a month since you've last ridden. So what about you? What is your favorite method for winterizing your dirt bikes, or just storing them for at least a month or two? Let me know in the comments below.